Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into all the operator balance changes that came with the massive Season 6 update. And trust me, some operators got buffed through the roof. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the breakdown. First we have Hackclaw, and she is the one who received most of the changes. In all modes, her data knife is getting a big rework. The sound transmission distance is being cut from 60 meters down to 30 meters, plus the hack activation delay is going from 2 seconds to just 0.1 seconds, and now there will be a visible line connecting to the hack target. On top of that, hitting an enemy with the knife will reveal their position and any nearby enemies for 3 seconds. The flash drone model is also being slightly reduced in size, so it's harder to shoot down and requires more precision to destroy. Moving to warfare only changes, the data knife now rewards aggressive play. Killing an enemy operator instantly replenishes one knife, letting you chain plays and stay in the fight longer. For operations only changes, the data knife gets even more love. Killing AI now reduces cooldown by 70%, while killing enemy operators slashes it by a massive 90%, making it way easier to keep throwing knives in longer engagements. AI bots will no longer provide hack feedback for data knives, so you'll get hack feedback only when you hit a real player, making it really useful to identify enemy operators. The flash drone is also getting even stronger here. The flash coverage area has been increased to block more of the field of view, the cooldown is dropping from 60 seconds to 45 seconds, and the flash delay after the warning is slightly faster, 0.5 seconds, down to 0.45. Finally, the signal decoder is getting a massive buff, doubling its scan count from 2 to 4, increasing duration from 12 seconds to 24 seconds, and cutting the cooldown from 120 seconds to 90 seconds. But you will only get the gear level information of enemy operators from the first scan. Next up, we've got some exciting changes for Tempest, and these buffs are going to make her a lot more slippery and dangerous on the battlefield. Starting with all mode changes, her emergency evasion device is getting a massive upgrade. The maximum movement distance is being increased from 45 meters all the way to 100 meters, and the duration is increased from 20 seconds to 25 seconds, basically letting you stay in an evasive state for longer. Her combat roll is also getting a boost with enhanced obstacle crossing performance, making it smoother to dodge and escape over cover. The drill charge is becoming deadlier too, with the disarm time after a hit going from 2 seconds to 3 seconds, and the effective range getting bumped from 8 meters to 10 meters, giving you more breathing room to land that hit. On top of that, the auxiliary surge spine now has a shorter cooldown, 8 seconds down to 5 seconds. In warfare, Tempest becomes even harder to pin down. During an emergency evasion, his temporary HP is doubling from 50 to 100, and they've removed the post-activation recovery animation, meaning you can snap right back into action without that vulnerable downtime. Finally, in operations, the emergency evasion device cooldown is being reduced from 120 seconds to 90 seconds, and her self-revive time when downed is dropping from 15 seconds to just 10 seconds, giving you a much better chance to clutch those tough situations. Now it's time to hear a quick word from today's sponsor, LagoFast, the official game booster for Delta Force. LagoFast has rolled out a ton of new features like daily secret room codes, FPS Boost 2.0, Sonic Radar, and more, so it's not just a tool for fixing high ping and switching servers anymore. I've been using it for months, and it's been a total game changer, especially when recording content on the Chinese version of Delta Force, where I used to sit at over 250 milliseconds ping. With LagoFast, I can cut that down to around 90 milliseconds with just one click, and it doesn't stop there. LagoFast can boost your FPS by optimizing your system, shutting down unnecessary background apps, and even letting you overclock your GPU. The new FPS Boost 2.0 now includes AI frame generation, so with one click, you can instantly see and feel the difference. Then there are the exclusive game tools. You get access to daily secret room codes in operations mode, saving you time hunting for them yourself. And this is my favorite feature, which allows us to check all the seasonal missions for Season 6, and this is a huge advantage if you are someone who is planning on getting that 3x3 safe box for the entire season. The overlay map shows all loot locations and spawn points inside the game with a single click, and Sonic Radar displays the general direction of gunshots right on your screen. Instead of just improving your connection, LagoFast adds all these quality-of-life features that make Delta Force smoother, easier, and way more fun to play. And the best part? LagoFast supports thousands of PC and console games, from Call of Duty and Battlefield to Fortnite, Valorant, Apex, and more. Want to try it yourself? Grab the free trial using the link in the description or pinned comment and use code DASH to get 30% off when you subscribe. Big thanks to LagoFast for sponsoring today's video. Moving on, let's talk about some focused tweaks for Nox, Toxic, and Stinger, each getting unique updates that will definitely impact how they're played. Starting with Nox, he's getting a huge strategic buff in Warfare. Nox can now redeploy at any friendly faction respawn beacon without using up the beacon's durability. Every deployment does trigger a 60-second cooldown, but this change opens up way more infiltration tactics, letting you drop behind enemy lines or reinforce critical areas without worrying about beacon usage. Next, we have Toxic, who's getting some extra bite to her poisonous arsenal. Across all modes, her adrenaline ability is becoming less distracting, with the heartbeat background sound duration being reduced from 25 seconds down to just 10 seconds. And in Warfare, the Dragonfly Swarm Drone is turning into a real menace, as the maximum HP drain rate is being boosted from 7.5 per second all the way up to 30 per second, making it far more lethal and capable of suppressing enemy movements. Next, Stinger's Hive-Tech pistol now has one initial ammo round reloaded, so you don't need to reload his pistol once you spawned in. Finally, let's cover the changes to Uluru and Sineva, both of whom are getting some important balancing tweaks to keep things fair in close quarter fights. Starting with Uluru, his burn rounds have been a little too oppressive in tight spaces, so both Warfare and Operations are getting damage adjustments. In Warfare, the incendiary grenade's peak burn damage is being lowered from 16 down to 14, while in Operations it's dropping from 20 to 16. However, his loitering munition is becoming more efficient in Operations, with power consumption during acceleration reduced from 3 times to 2 times, allowing the munitions to travel much farther when boosting. Now onto Sineva, who's seeing some defensive nerfs and a small grappling tweak. His EOD set explosive resistance in Operations has been reduced from 50% down to 35%, making it riskier to tank heavy hits. On top of that, the grapple gun cooldown has been dramatically increased from 25 seconds to 35 seconds. But there are a few small buffs too. Across all modes, the EOD set now has slightly improved shield sync speed in third-person view and increased blast shield thickness, helping prevent some penetration shots. And when dragging an enemy with the grapple gun, it will now interrupt any ongoing melee swings, giving you better control during a grapple. We have some bug fixes and additional improvements to operator abilities as follows. First, Hacklaw is getting a couple of quality of life upgrades. The decoder tracking has been optimized so the track line is much smoother, with fewer disappearing lines and less wall clipping on uneven terrain. And if Hacklaw has a direct line of sight to an enemy, the track line will now connect straight to the target for cleaner intel. Her flash drone is also seeing targeting improvements. Now, when your reticle hovers over the yellow line, throwing the flash in any direction will automatically trigger yellow line tracking. On top of that, enemy detection has been fine-tuned to reduce failed flash warnings, making this gadget a lot more reliable. Next, Tempest is getting a small but noticeable tweak. The combat roll mechanics have been smoothed out with a faster ending speed and a cleaner jump transition, giving you better control during quick evasive maneuvers. And for all the Luna mains out there, a couple of long-awaited fixes are finally here. The annoying Volt Arrow double bounce bug in certain areas has been resolved, so no more random ricochets throwing off your shots. Plus, when the Volt Arrow is equipped, the bounce is now disabled by default, and its status will be clearly displayed, so you'll always know exactly how your shot is going to behave. And that wraps up all the operator balance changes in the Season 6 update. I'll see you in my next video where we'll break down the new seasonal missions. Until then, take care and happy gaming.